Good wishes to all of you. Social Science, Resources and Development, textbook in Geography for Class 8, second chapter Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources audiobook. Let's do. Observe the land type of soil and water availability in the region you live. Discuss in your class how it has influenced the lifestyle of people there. Do you know 90% of the world population occupies only 30% of land area? The remaining 70% of the land is either separately populated or uninhabited. In a small village in Tanzania, Africa, Mamba gets up very early in the morning to fetch water. She has to walk a long way and returns after a few hours. She then helps her mother in the house and joins her brothers in taking care of their goats. All her family owns is a piece of rocky land around their small hut. Mamba's father can barely grow some maize and beans on it after toiling hard. This is not enough to feed their family for the whole year. Peter lives in the heart of the sheep rearing region in New Zealand where his family runs a wool processing factory. Every day when he returns from school, Peter watches his uncle taking care of their sheep. Their sheepyard is situated on a wide grassy plain with hill in the far distance. It is managed in a scientific way using the latest technology. Peter's family also grows vegetables through organic farming. Mamba and Peter stay in two different parts of the world and lead very different lives. This difference is because of the differences in the quality of land, soil, water, natural vegetation, animals, and the usage of technology. The availability of such resources is the main reason places differ from each other. Land. Land is among the most important natural resources. It covers only about 30% of the total area of the Earth's surface, and all parts of this small percentage are not inhabited. The uneven distribution of population in different parts of the world is mainly due to varied characteristics of land and climate. The rugged topography, steep slopes of the mountains, low lying areas susceptible to water logging, desert areas, thick forested areas are normally separate, sparsely populated, or uninhabited. Plains and river valleys offer suitable land for agriculture, hence, these are the densely populated areas of the world. Take a look at figure 2.1. Salzburg in Australia. Notice in how many ways the land has been used in the above picture. Notes. Let's do. Talk to some elderly person in your family or neighborhood and collect information about changes in the land use over the years in the place where you live. Display your findings on a bulletin board in your classroom. Land use. Land is used for different purposes such as agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, roads and setting up of industries. This is commonly termed as land use. Can you list out the different ways in which Mambas and Peter's family use their land? The use of land is determined by physical factors such as topography, soil, climate, minerals, and availability of water. Human factors such as population and technology are also important determinants of land use pattern. Land can also be classified on the basis of ownership as private land and community land. Private land is owned by individuals, whereas community land is owned by the community for common use like collection of fodder, fruits, nuts, or medicinal herbs. These community lands are also called common property resources. People and their demands are ever growing, but the availability of land is limited. The quality of land also differs from place to place. People started encroaching the common lands to build up commercial areas, housing complexes in the urban areas, and to expand the agriculture land in the rural areas. Today, the vast changes in the land use pattern also reflect the cultural changes in our society. Land degradation, landslides, soil erosion, desertification are the major threats to the environment because of the expansion of agriculture and construction activities. Take a look at figure 2.2, change in land use over time. Glossary, weathering, the breaking up and decay of exposed rocks by temperature changes, frost action, plants, animals, and human activity. Conservation of land resource. Growing population and their ever-growing demand has led to a large-scale destruction of forest cover in arable land and has created a fear of losing these natural resources. There are the present rate of degradation of land must be checked. Afforestation, land reclamation, regulated use of chemical, pesticide and fertilizers, and checks on overgrazing are some of the common methods used to conserve land resources. Soil. The thin layer of grainy substances covering the surface of the earth is called soil. It is closely linked to land. Landforms determine the type of soil. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals, and weathered rocks found on the earth. This happens through the process of weathering. The right mix of minerals and organic matter make the soil fertile. Landslides are simply defined as the mass movement of rock debris of earth down a slope. They often take place in conjunction with earthquakes, floods, and volcan- volcanoes. A prolonged spell of rainfall can use heavy landslide that can block the flow of river for quite some time. The formation of river blocks can use havoc to the settlements downstream on its bursting. In the hilly terrain, landslides have been a major and widely spread natural disaster that often strike life and property and occupy a position of major concern. A case study. A massive landslide hit Pangi village near Rekongpyo in Kenau district of Himachal Pradesh and damaged a 200-meter stretch of old Hindustan Tibet road. National Highway 22. This landslide was triggered by intense blasting at Pangi village. Due to the blasting this week, zone of slope collapsed and caused intense damage to the road and nearby villages. The Pangi village was completely vacated to avoid any possible loss of life. Retention wall. Mitigation mechanism. Advancement in scientific techniques has empowered us to understand what factors cause landslides and how to manage them. Some broad mitigation techniques of landslides are as follows: hazard mapping to locate areas prone to landslides, hence, such areas can be avoided for building settlements. Construction of retention wall to stop land from slipping. Increase in the vegetation cover to arrest landslide. The surface drainage control works to control the movement of landslide along with rainwater and spring flows. Did you know it takes hundreds of years to make just 1 centimeter of soil? Climate, temperature, take a look at figure 2.3, soil profile. Parent rock, weathered rock material, subsoil with sand, silt and clay, topsoil with humus and vegetation. Factors of soil formation. Take a look at figure 2.4. Factors affecting soil formation. Soil, climate, temperature, rainfall, influence rate of weathering and humus information. Time determines thickness of soil profile. Flora, fauna and microorganisms affect the rate of humus formation. Relief, altitude and slope determine accumulation of soil. Parent rock determines color, texture, chemical properties, mineral content, Permeability. Factors of soil formation. The major factors of soil formation are the nature of the parent rock and climatic factors are the topography, role of organic material, and time taken for the composition of soil formation. All this differ from place to place. Activity. In India, soils could be alluvial, black, red, laterite, desertic, and mountain soil. Collect a handful of different types of soil and observe how are they different. Take a look at figure 2.5 terrace farming, figure 2.6 contour plugging, figure 2.7 shelter belts. Degradation of soil and conservation measures. Soil erosion and depletion are the major threats to soil as a resource. Both human and natural factors can lead to degradation of soils. Factors which lead to soil degradation are deforestation, overgrazing, overuse of chemical fertilizers or pesticides, rainwash, landslides, and floods. Some methods of soil conservation are listed below. Mulching. The bare ground between plants is covered with a layer of organic matter like straw. It helps to retain soil moisture. Contour barriers. Stones, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. Rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents gullies and further soil loss. Terrace farming. Broad flat steps or terrace are made on the steep slopes so that flat surface are available to grow crops. They reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. Intercropping. Different crops are grown in alternate rows and are sown at different times to protect the soil from rainwash. Contour plugging. Plugging parallel to the contours of the hill slope to form a natural barrier for water to flow down the slope. Shelter belts. In the coastal and dry regions, rows of trees are planted to check the wind movements to protect soil cover. Activity. Take two trays A and B of same size. Make 6 holes at one end of these trays and then fill them with the same amount of soil. Leave the soil in tray A bare while sow wheat or rice grains in tray B. When the grain is tray B has grown a few centimeters high, place both the trays in such a way that they are on a slope. Pour 1 mug of water from the same height into each tray. Collect the muddy water that trickles down the holes of both trays in two separate containers and compare how much soil is washed out of each tray. Do you know? In 1975, the consumption of water for human use was 3,850 cu centimeters per year. It soared to more than 6,000 cu centimeters per year in the year 2000. Do you know a dripping tap wastes 1200 liters of water in a year? Water. Water is a vital renewable natural resource. Therefore, of the Earth's surface is covered with water. It is therefore appropriately called the water planet. It was in the primitive oceans that life began almost 3.5 billion years back. Even today, the oceans cover two-thirds of the Earth's surface and support a rich variety of plant and animal life. The ocean water is, however, saline and not fit for human consumption. Freshwater accounts for only about 2.7%. Nearly 70% of this occurs as ice sheets and glaciers in Antarctica. Greenland and mountain regions, due to their location, they are inaccessible. Only 1% of freshwater is available and fit for human use. It is found as groundwater as surface water in rivers and lakes and as water vapor in the atmosphere. Fresh water is therefore the most precious substance on earth. Water can neither be added nor subtracted from the earth. Its total volume remains constant, its abundance only seems to vary because it is in constant motion, cycling through the oceans, the air, the land, and back again through the processes of evaporation, precipitation, and runoff. This, as you already know, is referred to as the water cycle. Humans use huge amount of water not only for drinking and washing but also in the process of production. Water for agriculture industries generating electricity through reservoirs of dams are the other usages. Increasing population, rising demands for food and cash crops, increasing urbanization and rising standards of living are the major factors leading to shortage in supply of fresh water either due to drying up of water sources or water pollution. Activity. An average urban Indian uses about 150 liters of water every day. Use liters per person per day. Drinking 3, cooking 4, bathing 20, flushing 40, washing clothes 40, washing utensils 20, gardening 23, total 150. Can you suggest some ways to bring down this amount? Do you know? Have you ever heard about a water market? Amreli city in Saurashtra region with a population of 1.25 lakhs is completely depend on purchasing water from the nearby talukas. Problems of water availability. There is scarcity of water in many regions of the world. Most of Africa, West Asia, South Asia, parts of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America, and entire Australia are facing shortages in freshwater supply. Countries located in climatic zones most susceptible to droughts face great problems of water scarcity. But water shortage may be consequence of variation in seasonal or annual precipitation or the scarcity is caused by over exploitation and contamination of water sources. Take a look at figure 2.8. River Yamuna is getting polluted due to sewage, industrial effluents and garbage. Conservation of water resources. Access to clean and adequate, adequate sources is a major problem facing the world today. Steps have to be taken to conserve this dwindling resource. Even though water is renewable resource, its overuse and pollution make it unfit for use. Discharge of untreated or partially treated sewage, agriculture chemicals, and industrial effluents in water bodies are major contaminants. They pollute water with nitrates, metals, and pesticides. Take a look at figure 2.9, a water sprinkler. Do you know rainwater harvesting is the process of collecting rainwater from rooftops and directing it to an appropriate location where it is stored for future use. On an average, one spell of rainfall 2 hours is enough to save 8,000 liters of water. Take a look at figure 2.10, silkworms. Most of these chemicals are non biodegradable and reach human bodies through water. Water pollution can be controlled by treating these effluents suitably before releasing them in water bodies. Forest and other vegetation cover slow the surface runoff and replenish underground water. Water harvesting is another method to save surface runoff. The canals used for irrigating fields should be properly lined to minimize losses by water seepage. Sprinklers effectively irrigate the area by checking water losses through seepage and evaporation. In dry regions, with high rates of evaporation, drip or trickle irrigation is very useful. The valuable water resource can therefore be conserved by adopting these means of irrigation. Natural vegetation and wildlife. Some school children were visiting on exhibition on handicrafts. The articles in the exhibition were collected from different parts of the country. Mona picked up a bag and exclaimed, "This is a beautiful handbag." "Yes, it is made from jute," the teacher said. "Do you see those basket, lampshades, and chairs? Those are made of canes and bamboos. In the eastern and northeastern humid regions of India, bamboo grows in plenty." Jessie was excited to see a silk scarf. "This beautiful scarf," the teacher explained. "The silk is obtained from silkworms that are bred on mulberry trees." The children understood that plants provide us with many different products that we use in our day to day life. Natural vegetation and wildlife exist only in the narrow zone of contact between the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere that we call biosphere. In the biosphere, living beings are interrelated and interdependent on each other for survival. This life supporting system is known as the ecosystem. Vegetation and wildlife are valuable resources. Plants provide us with timber, give shelter to animals, produce oxygen we breathe, protect soil, so essential for growing crops. Act as belts, help in storage of underground water, give us fruits, nuts, latex, turpentine oil, gum, medicinal plants, and also the paper that is so essential for your studies. There are innumerable uses of plants, and you can add some more. Birds, insects, as well as the aquatic life forms, they provide us milk, meat, hairs, and wool. Insects like bees provide us honey, help in pollination of flowers, and have an important role to play as decompose decomposers in the ecosystem. The birds feed on insects and act as decomposers as well. Vulture, due to its ability to feed on dead livestock, is a scavenger and considered a vital cleanser of the environment. So, animals, big or small, all are integral to maintaining balance in the ecosystem. Take a look at figure 2.11, Brahma Kamal, a medicinal herb. Take a look at figure 2.12, a blue kingfisher. Do you know vultures in the Indian subcontinent were dying of kidney failure shortly after scavenging livestock treated with diclofenac, a painkiller that is similar to aspirin or ibupro, ibuprofen. Efforts are on to ban the drug for livestock use and breed vultures in captivity. Take a look at figure 2.13, grassland and forest. Distribution of natural vegetation. The growth of vegetation depends primarily on temperature and moisture. The major vegetation types of the world are grouped as forest, grasslands, scrubs, and tundra. In areas of heavy rainfall, huge trees may thrive. The forests are thus associated with areas having abundant water supply. As the amount of moisture decreases, the size of trees and their density reduces. Stunted trees and grasses grow in the region of moderate rainfall, forming the grassland of the world. Thorny shrubs and grow in dry areas of low rainfall. In such areas, plants have deep roots and leaves with thorny and waxy surface reduce loss of moisture through transpiration. Tundra vegetation of cold polar regions comprise of mosses and lichens. Today, there are many more people in the world than there were 2 centuries back to feed the growing numbers. Large areas of forest have been cleared to grow crops. Forest cover all over the world is vanishing rapidly. There is an urgent need to conserve this valuable resource. Take a look at figure 2.14, a python in a forest. Take a look at figure 2.15, a college of a forest made by school students. Take a look at figure 2.16, loss of rainforest in Great Nicobar after tsunami. Conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. Forests are other wealth. Plants give shelter to the animals and together they maintain the ecosystem. Changes of climate and human interference can cause the loss of natural habitats for the plants and animals. Many species have become vulnerable or endangered, and some are on the verge of extinction. Deforestation, soil erosion, constructional activities, forest fires, tsunami, and landslides are some of the human and natural factors which accelerate the process of extinction of these resources. One of the major concerns is the poaching, which result in a sharp decline in the number of particular species. The animals are poached for collection and illegal trade of hides, skins, nails, teeth, horns, as well as features. Some of these animals are tiger, lion, elephant, deer, black buck, crocodile, rhinoceros, snow, leopard, ostrich, and peacock. These can be conserved by increasing awareness. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reservoirs are made to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. Conservation of creeks, lakes, and wetlands is necessary to save the precious resources from depletion. There is a balance in the environment if the relative number of species is not disturbed. Human activities in several parts of the world have disturbed the natural habitats of many species. Take a look at figure 2.17. Black buck also needs protection. Forest fire. Take a look at headlines as California fires rage for fourth day, hopes rest on winds easing. Forest fires kill 41 in Greece. 5 lakh flee California fires. As California fires day, hopes rest. California breathless is as fire tamed. California wildlife spread nearly a million told to flee. The condition, the California fell to a natural disaster. Free, free drive starts from homes to posh hotels disrupt TV work. The California fell to a natural disaster. The global warming fanned the wildfire. Kid with matches started massive US fire. Boy admitted sparking one of the California fires that destroyed 2,100 homes, left 14 dead. Activity. Read the news items and find out how fire started in California. Could it be avoided? No more. Forest fire is a threat to the entire region of fauna and flora. It occurs mainly due to three reasons: natural fire due to lightning, etc., fire due to heat generated in the litter due to carelessness of people, fire purposely caused by local inhabitants, mischief makers, miscreants, etc. Some control measures: prevention of fires through education, prompt detection of fires through well coordinated network of observation points, efficient ground patrolling and communication network. Due to indiscriminate killings, several bird and animals have either become extinct or are on the verge of extinction. Awareness programs like social, forestry, and Vanamahotsava should be encouraged at the regional and community level. School children should be encouraged to bird watch and visit natural camps so that they appreciate the habitat of varied species. Many countries have passed laws against the trade as well as killing of birds and animals. In India, killing lions, tigers, deers, great Indian bustards, and peacocks is illegal. An international convention CITES has been established that lists several species of animals and birds in which trade is prohibited. Conservation of plants and animals is an ethical duty of every citizen. Take a look at figure 2.19, a herd of elephants in Kaziranga National Park. Take a look at figure 2.18, a herd of cheetahs. Glossary. National Park, a natural area designated to protect the ecological integrity of one or more ecosystems for the present and the future generations. Glossary. Biosphere reservoirs, series of protected areas linked through a global network intended to demonstrate the relationship between conservation and development. Do you know, cites the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora is an international agreement between governments. It aims to ensure that international trade in specimens of wild animals and plants does not threaten their survival. Roughly 4,000 species of animals and 28,000 species of plants are protected. Birds, dolphins, cacti, corals, orchids, and aloes are some examples. Exercises. Answer the following questions. Which are the two main climatic factors responsible for soil formation? Which write any two reasons for land degradation today? Why is land considered an important resource? Name any two steps that government has taken to conserve plants and animals. Suggest three ways to conserve water. Take the correct answer. Which one of the following is not a factor of soil formation? Time, soil texture, organic matter. Which one of the following methods is most appropriate to check soil erosion on steep slopes? Shelter belts, mulching, terrace cultivation. Which one of the following is not in favor of the conservation of nature? Switch off the bulb when not in use. Close the tap immediately after using. Dispose polypacks after shopping. Match the following: land use, humus, rock types, biosphere. State whether the given statement is true or false. If true, write the reasons. Ganga Brahmaputra plain of India is an overpopulated region. Water availability per person in India is declining. Rows of trees planted in the coastal areas to check the wind movements is called intercropping. Human interference and changes of climate can maintain the ecosystem. Activity. Discuss some more reasons which are responsible for changes of land use pattern. Has your place undergone any change in the land use pattern in recent years? Find out from your parents and elderly people. You can conduct an interview by asking the following questions. Place: when your grandparents were in their 30s. When your parents were in their 30s, why do you think this is happening? Are common areas and open spaces disappearing? Rural. Number of cattle and poultry owned, number of trees and ponds in the village, main occupation of the head of the family. Urban. Number of cars owned, number of rooms in the house, number of metal roads, number of flyovers in the city, number of parks and playgrounds. Based on the table you have just completed, draw a picture of land use patterns that you foresee in your neighborhood after 20 years. Why do you think that land use patterns change over the years? Thank you.